restored. Anything on an old building like this, is the government has categories, and you have to fix it up according to how it would have been when it was first done. So it's quite an expensive building. This is called a Grade 2 listed building.
Grade 2.
It's on a government list. Grade 1 is like you can't even put a new doorknob on. But Grade 2 means you can change things within certain limits. So let's go. We'll walk around the lake.
Lake as well, huh? I've been videoing my whole trip, or pieces of it anyway, to take back to Prague.
Good.
Bhagavad-Gita Walk.
So now walking around.
Look at his tail.
Yeah. I just want to run up the tree. He's performing for you.
Squirrels in HD. So why is this called the Bhagavad-Gita Walk?
This is the Bhagavad-Gita Walk because someone thought it would be a nice idea to have meditation versus going through the most peaceful part of the property. So this goes around the lake. We have a lake on the original property, which is 17 acres. That was the original site. We now have more acreage, bringing us up to 72 acres. The village pond, as you saw on the village green, that's a sister to the lake that we have here, and they both look creamy water. And the Anglo-Saxon, very ancient name of the village, Lakshmiya, means dirty pond.
Okay.
So that's why we have what appears to be dirty water.
And that's where Lechmore comes from, is it?
That's where Lechmore comes from. Prabhupada took it and elevated it by saying, he said, Lechmore, Lakshmi, more Lakshmi. So he redeemed our Lechmore Heath and gave it a new name. But he said, when walking through the village on a Japa walk, he said it looked like Vrindavan as you approach Vrindavan from Keshi Ghat. So Prabhupada used to walk through the village every morning on his Japa walk, and then go across the field and come back. And there's a lot of well-used photographs of Prabhupada on his morning walks from Bhaktivedanta Manor. At Janmashtami time, the path that we're walking on now forms the Pilgrims Line for darshan into the temple. And it takes 2 hours for a pilgrim to go to queue, to go from one end up to darshan in the temple. So this whole area here is transformed into a beautiful Vrindavan forest. And on the lake we have Krishna dancing on the hoods of the snake Kaliya. And then we have Krishna with Dhenukasura, and Krishna with the Keshi demon, and even Krishna with the forest fire. And it's all enhanced by 3D items. There's a musical soundtrack. There's bubbles, there's smoke, and it's quite fun for people who come. Some people only come here once every year for Krishna's birthday festivities.
So you really make it worth their while, huh?
Yes, and they have a great thing. They think it's quite nice to queue up for 2 hours. So here we see the ducks. I'm quite happy here, a little family of ducks down here amongst the Mahaprasadam coconuts. And every year we have a new family of ducks. They come out as tiny, tiny little balls of fluff, little ducklings. And we see them making their first attempts at swimming, and then they grow and they grow, and then they take to the water. Now the water level is down because we've had such hot weather. We also get other visitors from abroad, Canadian geese. They're not as welcome as our ducks, though.
They're actually from Canada?
They actually fly in from Canada, yeah.
Wow.
And we used to have peacocks, but the peacocks would fly from here into the village and would walk on the neighbours' cars.
Oh.
And they were very expensive cars. So when the fox ate the peacocks, we just took that as a natural indication that it was time to stop having peacocks.
And you don't get overpopulated with the ducks?
You don't seem to. Nature has its way of evening everything out, although they look to be quite a healthy population at the moment.